Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper, and it's time to take a look at the news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. Well, the Senior World Championships in Tashkent, Uzbekistan took place only a few weeks ago, but many of our nation's top athletes are already wrapping up their training for another important World Championship event. The CISM World Military Wrestling Championships will bring the top military athletes in the world to Fort Dix, New Jersey, the 3rd of October through the 6th. It'll be the first time the U.S. has hosted the event since 2000. That's when it was held at the U.S. Marine Corps base in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. The event will feature action in all three Olympic styles. In the U.S., well, they'll have a star-studded lineup, plenty capable of claiming medals. 24 nations in all will compete in the tournament with a field that includes 6 Olympic medalists, 3 senior world champs, 12 world medalists, 12 past military world champs, 20 university world medalists, and 25 junior world medalists. One of the well-known athletes on the Greco-Roman squad, Olympian and 2-time world bronze medalist Sergeant Justin Lester of the U.S. Army, will see action at 156 pounds. Lester is among 4 2014 U.S. World Team members who will be in competition at this event.
I think I waited a little bit to get going. Maybe that was just, pre-world jitters or whatever, but definitely get going, make sure I pick up the pace right away and start my offense right from the start of the whistle. I think if I had done that, I think the results would have been different at the World Championships. It's what I've been doing my whole life. It's just getting back in the room. We took a couple days off, and now we're back at it again and going to get ready to go win. And win it for the Army and win it for our country.
Another star for the Greco-Roman team, 2-time Olympian Sergeant Spencer Mango of the U.S. Army. He'll go at 130. Mango placed 5th at the World Championships the last 2 years and is about to compete in his first CISM World event.
This is a chance to represent the United States at the Military World Championships. Get to represent all the soldiers overseas currently fighting for us, or the guys back home. So, it'd be a great opportunity to go out there and win a gold medal for the United States. I'm always excited for a competition, whether it's, the New York AC tournament or, the Military World Championships. So, I'm very excited to get on the mat, and, I hopefully get to get that last loss out of my head and, keep moving forward.
Another member of the 2014 U.S. World Team is First Lieutenant Bryce Sidoris of the United States Marine Corps. He'll go at 145. Sidoris was an NCAA Division I All-American for the U.S. Naval Academy. Past U.S. Open champ Staff Sergeant David Arndt of the U.S. Marine Corps is scheduled to compete at 286. And rounding out the Greco-Roman team will be Captain John Anderson of the U.S. Army at 165, Master Sergeant Sherwin Severin of the U.S. Air Force at 176, A1C Nathaniel Hartley of the U.S. Air Force at 187, and Specialist Pete Goronitis of the U.S. Army at 216. The men's freestyle team will feature a pair of past NCAA Division I All-Americans starting at 163. Sergeant Moshe Fay of the U.S. Army, who was an All-American for Northern Iowa before joining the military.
Well, since the Army has just dominated the armed forces, the last 10, 15 years, everybody kind of expects us to do real well, we won the majority of the weights and everything, and so last year, us not competing because the CISM tournament was in Iran, we were ready for it, and then we couldn't go to it, so it's just kind of motivation to continue and improve and win some titles and medals this year.
Well, Specialist Jack Jensen of the U.S. Army was an All-American for Oklahoma State and will look to seek a title at this event at 213 pounds. It'll be his last tournament of his storied career as he plans to retire this fall.
I have a lot of pride in wearing the uniform, wearing the Army uniform, and I take a lot of pride in being, joining the Army. Less than 1% of all Americans join the Army, and I take a lot of pride in that. And I take even more pride representing our country doing the sport I love. So to do all three of those, our country, our service, and our sport, it's really prideful, and I'm looking forward to it. Last year we couldn't go because it was in Iran, and so I missed out on that. But this year it's in Fort Dix, New Jersey, and we're looking really forward to that. And we got a real good team, and we got a good shot to do really well there.
Other members of the U.S. men's freestyle team include First Lieutenant Aaron Khalil of the U.S. Marine Corps. He'll see action at 56 kilos. PO3 Sheldon Wilder of the U.S. Navy at 60. Sergeant Jamel Johnson of the U.S. Army at 65 kilos. And Corporal Joseph Foreman of the U.S. Marine Corps at 70. Master Sergeant Sherwin Severin of the U.S. Air Force at 80 kilos. And Specialist Eric Nye of the U.S. Army at 125. Well, the women will be there as well, and the freestyle team will be led by 2008 Olympic bronze medalist and 2014 U.S. World Team member Sergeant Randy Miller of the U.S. Army. She'll be in battle at 152. She'll be joined by 2005 World Champion Staff Sergeant Iris Smith of the U.S. Army at 165. Smith was a CISM World Military Champ in 2010 when the event was held in Finland. Two-time U.S. World Team member and 2007 Junior World Champ Sergeant Whitney Condor of the U.S. Army will compete at 116. Condor just returned from competition at the Senior World Championships.
Getting ready to challenge and wrestle in other worlds right after going to one world is definitely going to be a challenge because, I mean, we didn't get much of a break and still kind of getting back on the mat and getting prepared and getting ready. I mean, it's definitely going to be a challenge, but it's going to be great. I love being in the military and I love serving our country as not just a wrestler but also a soldier, and being able to support our country and show our country what we're made, show other countries what our country is made of.
Well, another two-time U.S. World Team member is Captain Lee Provisor of the U.S. Army. She'll hit the mat at 138. Provisor is a New Jersey native and will return to her home state to wrestle for the first time since high school.
To get orders and to wrestle for the Army, it's just one of the best things that I could feel pride wrestling for my country and for the armed forces. I haven't been back home wrestling ever, so this is the first time that my high school coach, Brian Boker, and his family are going to be able to watch me compete, and some of the fans that I have back home are going to show up, and it would be wonderful to compete well there, and I know I'm going to wrestle my heart out, and you know, I'm going to do everybody proud regardless of what happens. It's going to be exciting for me to wrestle at Fort Dix. My parents were actually married there, so it kind of hits home.
Sergeant Othello Ferroletto of the U.S. Army won a bronze medal at the 2010 CISM World Championships and entered this year at 132. Now there's going to be a wrestle-off for the 128-pound spot. It'll be between Sergeant Sally Roberts of the U.S. Army and Corporal Melissa Apodaca of the U.S. Marine Corps. Roberts, of course, is a two-time world bronze medalist. Coaching the teams, the U.S. Army's Sean Lewis and the U.S. Marine Corps coach Jason Lukitas. Lukitas was a CISM World Military Bronze medalist at 96 kilos in freestyle in 2003 while enlisted in the U.S. Army. We talked to Coach Sean Lewis about the event and the prospects for his American team.
This has been a long-going tradition. You have a lot of world medalists that'll show up at this competition to compete against our military guys. The military, as you well know, has been really strong for the Greco-Roman program here in the United States, and that's our trademark as far as the military is, the Greco-Roman trademark. And so this military world championships is very important. It's a world competition, and it's another competition where it gives our military guys the opportunity to compete against some of the best guys in the world.
All right, be sure to visit themat.com for more information on the CISM World Championships, including how to catch all the action live via webcast. Wrestling fans, stay tuned. There's more USA Wrestling when we return. Stay tuned.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Well, USA Wrestling and United World Wrestling have just announced that tickets and hotel packages are available for the 2015 World Wrestling Championships. It'll be at the Orleans Hotel in Las Vegas, September 7th through the 12th. It'll be the first World Championships hosted in the U.S. since 2003, when the Freestyle Worlds were held at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Now, fans are encouraged to buy your tickets now, as the event surely will sell out. Several options are available for ticket and hotel packages at the Orleans Hotel and Casino and the Gold Coast Hotel and Casino as well. There's also an option to buy just an all-session ticket package without booking a hotel. For more information or to buy your tickets, just head over to VegasWorlds2015.com. United World Wrestling, the new name of the International Wrestling Federation, hosted a closing press conference on the final day of the World Championships in Tashkent. UWW President Nenad Lalovic gave his evaluation of the event and talked about the major decisions that were made during the week in Tashkent.
We spent a fantastic week here in Tashkent.
Мы проводили отличную неделю здесь, в Ташкенте.
We began by the Congress last Sunday.
Мы начали с конгресса прошлого воскресенья.
Trying to make faster the evolution of wrestling and its federation.
Да, мы пытались ускорить эволюцию нашей федерации и наш спорт.
We have made very important decisions, such as changing the name, having a new constitution. All this in order to make our internal relations within the federation transparent and the federation organized in a modern way.
One of the special guests at the press conference was USA Wrestling's Executive Director, Rich Bender. He talked about the 2015 World Championships that are heading to Las Vegas next September.
Well, first I'd like to publicly thank United World Wrestling for allowing us the opportunity to host this, what I think is maybe the most important wrestling event ever held to date. In February of last year, the greatest sport that civilization's ever known was challenged for our Olympic status. And it shoved our sport into a renaissance that we are in today. And which brings us to next year's championships. Las Vegas is the entertainment capital of the world. 39 million visitors visit Las Vegas every year. And our federation feels an immense responsibility to host the athletes' championships next year. And we understand the significance, as the Olympic family will be watching as a preview to, obviously, the wrestling competition in Rio. And USA Wrestling will not rest until a successful championship is staged in Las Vegas. And as my colleagues here said, our sport is more unified today than ever before in the history of the sport.
Well, the World Wrestling Championships are still a hot topic of this sport, so we continue our coverage with a conversation with U.S. Women's National Coach Terry Steiner. He's now back at USA Wrestling's national headquarters. Steiner led Team USA to a third-place finish at the World Championships and a spot on the team medal podium for the second straight year. The women's team also grabbed a gold medal thanks to Adeline Gray at 165, a silver from Elena Peroskova at 138, and a bronze for Helen Maroulis at 121. In total, 5 American women qualified for medal matches in Tashkent. Coach Steiner talked about his team's performance at the Worlds and the future that apparently looks pretty bright for the women's program.
I think we're in a good state. I mean, I think it was important for us to get back on that medal stand. It's not what we were shooting for. We thought going in that it was going to take 5 or 6 medals to win this, and we fell short a little bit. But I think 5 or 6 medals, the right color medals, probably would have won this, and we were close. But the bottom line is we never got the job done, and so I hope we're hungry. I think we're hungry. I think we showed a lot to ourselves as a team, and I think moving forward, I think it's exciting having the Worlds here next year in Las Vegas, and there's a lot of motivation from that. There's a lot of motivation from the standpoint that it's a first Olympic qualification tournament next year, so I think everyone's starting to put their eyes on on Rio and what we need to do to get there.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
High school sensation Aaron Pico of California has become one of the nation's most popular wrestlers. Pico made international news last summer when he won a cadet world gold medal for the U.S. in freestyle, and then he reemerged this year as a junior world silver medalist. Now focusing entirely on freestyle, Pico is traveling across the world to improve his skills. This October, Pico will compete in tournaments in Russia at both the junior and senior levels. We caught up with Aaron in Colorado Springs while he was training before heading overseas for yet another event.
I learned so much just by watching. I've watched every match there. It was awesome just sitting there. Then I'm here for a week just getting ready for Russia. I leave October 5th. I'll be competing twice there. Coach is out of town, so I called Coach Slay and he said I want to get some training, and so get a week of training and go home for a couple of days, and then I'm off to Russia.
Now, will it be a junior division that you'll be competing in those trips, and what kind of goals have you set for yourself performance-wise and also as far as results?
For sure. I mean, it's going to be one junior tournament and one senior tournament, and I'm just going to go in there with the mindset to just score and wrestle my hardest and whatever. Obviously you want to win, but sometimes it's not always the case. So I just got to get better and better and better, and then just keep learning, and everything will take care of itself.
Well, the college wrestling season is almost here, and it all starts with one of the great traditions in the sport, the NWCA All-Star Classic. The event will be held at the Palestra on the campus of the University of Pennsylvania November 1st. It'll be the 49th time this event has been hosted, featuring top college stars from around the country. Tickets are now on sale at the Penn Athletic Ticket Office or online through the NWCA website at nwcaonline.com. Tickets start at just $10 with premium seating plans going for up to $150. Organizers are looking to sell the event out, so make sure you get your tickets today. The NWCA just announced the first pairing for the event and will release other matchups over the coming days. Two-time All-American A.J. Schopp of Edinburgh will face Lehigh's All-American Mason Beckman. That'll be at 133. It'll be a rematch of last year's All-Star Classic Showdown, where Beckman came away victorious 5-1. Beckman has a 3-2 all-time record against Schopp, including high school matches and summer freestyle bouts. Schopp picked up the most recent win, beating Beckman 5-0 at the Midlands in December of 2013. We talked with both Beckman and Schopp on Takedown Wrestling about the return to the Classic.
Definitely a lot of familiarity with AJ and I. And I know that I've grown a lot this summer. I've gotten, I've worked on a lot of different things, both big and little. And I'm sure he has, with Coach Flynn and Coach Moore and those guys out at Edinburgh, they do a fantastic job. You know, they're a top 5 team in the country, so I'm sure he's gotten a lot better too. I'm excited.
Well, just with our history, we're both from PA. We both did well in high school, so we've met at multiple times in high school. So we know each other's styles. But being that this is my last year, have a little more confidence being a senior, and just willing to go out there and have fun because my career, my college career is about over. So I want to go out with a bang and have fun this year and pretty much make the most out of it. So I don't know, just confidence, because I know I have the capabilities of doing everything, but having extra confidence, a little chip on my shoulder, hopefully that'll help out this year.
Well, the women's college season is also about underway, starting with the Warrior Duels and tournament at the Midland University October 3 and 4. There'll be some new college programs on the mat this year, including Eastern Michigan, Life University in Georgia, Lyon University in Arkansas, Ottawa University in Kansas, and Warner Pacific College in Oregon. Just last week, the Women's College Wrestling Association released a list of recruits for each college program, with more than 220 new athletes coming into college wrestling this year alone. This year's class includes a number of current or past junior national champs. Kayla Miracle of Kentucky is going to be going to Campbellsville. Regina Doi of California will go to King. Marina Doi of California is also joining her at King. Alexis Porter of New York will go to McKendree. Kaya Van Skoyak of Washington is signed with Warner Pacific. Stephanie Hampton of Michigan is heading to Campbellsville. Rachel Hale of Vermont is joining the team at King. And Autumn Rooks of Michigan will go to Campbellsville as well. This past summer, Kayla Miracle and Marina Doi won FILA Junior World Bronze medals for the U.S. And to wrap up this season, they're all looking forward to going to the WCWA Women's College Nationals that will be held on the campus at Missouri Baptist February 13th. King University is the defending team champs, and we, of course, will keep you posted on the season throughout the year. All right, wrestling fans, we have more exciting wrestling news when we return, so stay tuned. We'll be back.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, the 8th season of USA Wrestling's Folk Style Tour of America kicks off with an exciting new event, the Las Vegas Royal Crush. It'll be at the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, October 24th through the 26th. The new event has already registered athletes from 13 states, and competition will take place in the high school and high school elite divisions, plus the fly, bantam, and intermediate, novice, and middle school divisions as well. The event is expected to draw some of the top high school talent and youth talent from across the country, and wrestlers are encouraged to register early to guarantee a spot. It's the first of 5 events in the Folk Style Tour of America, which will feature 4 returning events: the Northwest Bigfoot Battle, King of the Mountain, Salt Lake Slam, and Dominate in the Dells. Last year, the Folk Style Tour of America drew over 4,000 wrestlers, and total participation for the series has grown every year. Make your plans now to join USA Wrestling in Las Vegas for the start of a new age group season. Check out usawrestlingevents.com for more great competitions along the way. Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures, as always, are sent in by wrestling families and fans from around the country and are being considered for the photo contest page in USA Wrestler Magazine and the USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week's photo was taken by Sarah Grossman of Freeze the Day Photography. It shows Noah Grossman of the Suplee Wrestling Club of Boise, Idaho, throwing Andres Rodriguez of Kuna, Idaho, winning the Greco State Championships there. Nice job. Have your photographs considered for our photo contest simply by emailing them to our good friend Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. That'll do it for this week's show. From all of us here at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching.